everyone, hope you are well. Welcome back to our next video. This video's focus today is going to be all about UCAS points, how they're converted, what they are and how to earn them. So keep watching if you just want to learn all about UCAS points, as they can be quite confusing. Side note, it's definitely nearly Halloween. I look like a pumpkin. Comment down below with the pumpkin emoji if you think I look like a pumpkin. Pumpkin vibes? Just before we get started, make sure to subscribe to us for any future videos on careers, kind of university tips, UCAS guides, career guides, study tips, things like that, and make sure to give this video a like if you found it useful. So yes, let's jump straight into talking about what are UCAS points. The journey to higher education is such an exciting one, but it can be a bit confusing and there's lots of unfamiliar concepts and terms. So whether you're a student currently trying to figure out your transition from school to university, or whether you're a parent who are seeking to support your child through that transition from school to university, it's really important to have a solid understanding of all those terms and concepts, and most importantly, UCAS points. At the end of the day, understanding UCAS points in a solid way is essential to navigating the university application process. And just a side note, if you are applying to university for next September, the deadline is at the end of January 2024. So you kind of just want to be pre-planned, organised, start thinking about your applications now, so all the things you need to do, go to your open days, write your personal statement, and just really try and consolidate your understanding of all those terms and concepts, including UCAS points, before that deadline, just so you know your goals, you know what you're working towards, and it will just make for a smooth transition. So today in this guide we're going to be talking everything about the UCAS tariff system, so what they are, how they're calculated, how you can achieve UCAS points, and everything to do with the university application system. So universities across the UK appoint the UCAS tariff system to basically put a value or a level of achievement next to a qualification. By doing this, they can assess the candidate's suitability for their university and the course that they're applying for. So typically a numerical value is put against a qualification. So for example, A levels, A, B, C, so you get a numerical value for that type of qualification that you're studying. So for example, an A would be a certain amount of UCAS points, we're going to go into this later, don't worry, and then a B would be a different amount of UCAS points, and universities do have a minimum requirement for those UCAS points. I did Google it. It seems that 112 is the minimum that universities will accept in terms of UCAS points, but it does vary by university. So ultimately, you need those UCAS points to apply for university or to get into university. So for example, A-level qualifications will help you get UCAS points, and there are lots of different qualifications which we're going to run through in a second that can earn you UCAS points. It's very simple. So just given the A-level example, you're studying a qualification, you're studying an A-level, you will then get a grade at the end upon completion of that A-level. So for example, if you did A-level maths and you got a B, then you'll get assigned a number of UCAS points for the B. So to give you an idea of how grades are translated into UCAS points, I'm just going to insert some different creatives now, which show you all the different types of qualifications and how those grades are converted into UCAS points. So starting with A levels, I'm just going to put the creative on the screen now so you can see how they're converted. I'll leave that for future editing Jade to do, but I'm sure I will talk to you in a voiceover over that table. And then I will go through all the different qualifications that can earn you UCAS points and how the grades from those qualifications are converted into UCAS points.
So as you can see, this is how A-level grades are converted to UCAS points. So for example, an A star is worth 56 UCAS points, an A is worth 48, and so on. Now moving on to BTEC UCAS points. So this is how national extended certificate grades are converted. So a distinction star is 56, a distinction is 48, a merit is 32, and a pass is 16. This is the table for T-level grades and what UCAS points you can earn with T-levels. So if you didn't know, T-levels are technical courses and they combine classroom learning with industry placements. They are equivalent to 3 A-levels and last for 2 years. So as you can see, if you earn a distinction star in a T-level, that's 168 UCAS points. A distinction is 144, a merit is 120, and then a pass is 72 to 96 UCAS points. So you can also earn UCAS points from international baccalaureate qualifications. So with those, there's higher level subjects, standard level subjects, and extended essay/theory of knowledge components. So obviously this is the higher level subjects and what UCAS points you can earn with those. So as you can see, just have a read through. So grade 7 would be 56 UCAS points, grade 6 would be 48, and so on. So these are the UCAS points you can earn for the different grades in standard subjects for international baccalaureate qualifications. I hope I'm saying that correctly. And then finally, for international baccalaureate UCAS points, these are the UCAS points you can earn with extended essay/theory of knowledge components qualifications.
So now we've run through the different qualifications and how the grades from those are converted into UCAS points. We're going to be talking about how you actually get UCAS points. So for the sake of this example, we're going to be talking about A-levels. So suppose a university course needed 128 UCAS points to get onto the course, then that student would need to be getting a grades A, B, B across the 3 subjects of their A-levels, which would total 128 UCAS points. So in the initial application process, so when you apply in January 2024 for September 24 start date, you will basically input your predicted grades. So you'll be getting your predicted grades by then. You'll put in your predicted grades to the UCAS application form, and then an offer will be extended based on those predicted grades. However, it's important to recognise that university applications aren't exclusively determined by the number of UCAS points. You also do need to be studying some kind of relevant A-levels or qualifications relevant to the course that you want to go on to. So for example, if you wanted to go and do maths at university, you probably couldn't get into that by doing art, French and geography. They probably want you to do some kind of maths or further maths to get into a university course in maths, if that makes sense. So another example, if you want to go and study medicine at university, doing French, media studies and food tech in A-levels probably wouldn't suffice. That university would probably want you to study some kind of sciences, so biology, chemistry, physics, maths. So you do need to think about the relevance of the qualification that you're doing to get to your higher education. So the next thing we're going to run through is what is UCAS clearing. So UCAS clearing happens after the announcement of A-level results, so after A-level results day, between about July and September. This basically gives students a chance to explore other university courses if they didn't get into their first choice or they changed their mind. It basically gives students a time to explore other options and basically gain a university place. So clearing is used by students who did not receive any offers on their initial UCAS application, did not meet the conditions of their offers, decided to apply for university after the deadline, or changed their mind about their initial course choices. So in those cases, you can then phone up universities, go through the UCAS clearing process and still secure a place at university in between that July and September period. So we have been talking about A-levels a lot in terms of earning UCAS points because that probably is the most common kind of qualifications that people use to get to university. However, there are other options and there are other ways you can earn UCAS points. So if you've watched our previous videos, you might have heard me talking about our access to higher education diplomas. So you can actually earn all the UCAS points you need to go to university from an access to higher education diploma. So we personally offer an access to higher education diploma in health and in public services. These are studied online from home with no exams, but they are equivalent to 3 whole A-levels. So with these courses, you can earn all the UCAS points to get to university. With those, you can earn up to 144 UCAS points. If you want to calculate how many UCAS points you have currently, you can actually go onto the UCAS website and use their UCAS tariff calculator, which I will link below. So yeah, if you wanted to know where you're at with UCAS points at the minute, how many you have, I'll link that down below for you and you can go and find that out. I hope that was clear. They are a lot simpler than they sound. And there are so many different ways that you can earn UCAS points and get into higher education. So yes, thank you so much for tuning in. We hope you have learned a lot about UCAS points, and we do wish you the best of luck if you're applying to university in January. It's a very exciting time, it's a very exciting process, and we'll also be uploading some more videos all about university, so top tips for university open days, mistakes that people make on open days, what to look for when you're choosing your university, how to write a perfect personal statement. So if you want to go to university next September and you're going to be applying in January 2024, you might want to just drop us a like, drop us a subscribe for future tips and tricks all about the process. Hope you have a lovely evening and we will see you in the next video. Bye!